When you doing all that stuff to Gene Deal, what do Gene Deal supposed to be doing while you doing all that? I bet you really don't want to know. What you think I'm going to be doing when you doing all that to Gene Deal? They can play if they want to, but if they know what I know, they better find somebody else to play with. I never had to tell Big Noom Keep it a buck. I never had to tell Big Noom I told Big to his face, if you go to this party tonight, one of y'all gonna die. Some people gonna die if you go to this party tonight.
Things just got real messy in hip-hop and fans can't stop talking. Gene Deal, the ex-bodyguard who once moved side by side with Diddy during the Wild Bad Boy Records days, just dropped a message that's shaking the whole scene. And this time, his words are pointed straight at Harlem legends Mase and Cam'ron. Now these two been running the viral talk show It Is What It Is, joking and laughing like it's all entertainment. But Gene's post? Oh, it wasn't no casual clapback. It felt like a warning shot, the type that hits different right before something serious happens. People online swear they've never seen Gene so fired up, his energy cold and dangerous, like a storm brewing behind his eyes. It all started after a clip from It Is What It Is blew up online. In it, Mase and Cam were cracking jokes about the old school rap scene, tossing around names like Diddy, Gene Deal.
Can't tell me nothing. That's why when be talking tough, I said, man, just say it. I done seen all that. Nigga said he want to just go home.
Oh,
shit. His blanket. He's like, what?
What are you there for security?
You're never going to be in this position.
I just want to go home and
I just want to be under my blanket. Oh, we got to get out of here. God, you get me out of here. I'm never fooling with these things.
And the whole Bad Boy crew like they were part of a comedy skit. They laughed about shady contracts, street rumors, and how some people still too scared to even say Diddy's name. The audience laughed, sure, but for those who lived that era, the vibe wasn't funny. It hit deep, especially for Gene Deal. See, Gene ain't some random dude talking tough on the internet. This man's been through the real chaos, standing in the shadows of hip-hop history when things got deadly serious. He's spoken on the Tupac and Biggie murders, Diddy's private business, and the dark cost of fame that haunted the Bad Boy empire. So when Mase and Cam turned those memories into jokes, Gene took it personal, real personal. A few nights later, he hopped on live stream, eyes locked on the camera.
Mase knew that it's no way possible that I was able, being sideways in the car, because Puff, when I got in the car, Puff had put his seat back. Now I'm sideways in the car like this, and I'm cussing him out like, yo man, what the f is you doing? Why you got your seat back like this? We hear the shot, bow. Puff put his head down. I go to open the door. Kenny flies, going straight. So he knew the whole story. What I supposed to do? Put my gun out the window and just start shooting like this? When the car had already turned the corner, it came out of parking space. So he knew the story, bruh. He was trying to just divert the attention of, well, why security? So ask security, ask big security, ask Paul, ask the LAPD. The LAPD officer that was right there, they was right behind. Paul was outside the car. Why didn't they shoot? Why when we turn back around and come down the street, that they way down the block, they coming back when we get back to the car. When we get back to the car, nobody's in Big's car. But Big, Mase knew this.
Face tight, voice low and cold, and he dropped a line that made everyone freeze. Y'all think this a game? That's when fans knew things were about to get serious. The streets ain't forgotten nothing. Tell them boys to move careful. This industry eats people alive, especially the ones who think they can't be touched. That's the line that set everything on fire. Gene Deal dropped those words like a bomb, and the internet lost its mind. Nobody could tell if he was sending a warning to Mase and Cam for their safety, or if he was straight up checking them. His words were cold, cryptic, but full of that real street energy, the kind that makes everyone stop scrolling and go, wait, what did he just say?
If you want to say something, Mase, tell us why you didn't go. Mase, why you didn't go to the party? Mase, why you didn't go to the party?
Because I was in a hotel with Brandy.
Why you didn't go? Brandy told you, you told me that Brandy told you, let's go to the party. Why you didn't go to the party?
I didn't go to the party because all y'all seem like snakes. and I'm not gonna.
Oh, so Mace, who told you, Mace, didn't I tell you? Listen to him, Mace. Did I tell? Let's keep it 100. When you was riding around,
Let me answer.
Go ahead.
Let me answer the question. You guys was the security. If somebody shot the biggest rapper in the world, why y'all didn't shoot back? Y'all had guns?
Mace.
Within hours, headlines exploded. Gene Deal sends chilling message to Mace and Cameron, and former Diddy bodyguard issues dark warning. Every blog, every gossip page, every hip-hop forum was lit. Fans were split down the middle. Some said Gene was just defending the unspoken code, the street loyalty that still runs deep in the culture. Others swore it sounded like a threat, like he was hinting that something dangerous was already moving behind the scenes. Either way, nobody could deny it. Gene didn't just talk, he shook the entire room. Stop talking before it's too late. That line echoed across social media like thunder. The vibe around the whole situation got dark real quick, like the ghosts of that bad boy era were creeping back, ready to remind everyone what happens when you speak too freely. Comments started flooding in.
So he was trying to divert that whole conversation and make it seem like, so Gene, why you didn't shoot? Listen to me. It wasn't because Big wasn't my principal. And he knew the fact that we had blew the light and we was halfway down the block, crossed the light, and then when the first shot went off, our driver took straight off. I'm screaming at our driver because he was told that somebody was pointing a gun at Big and them. He should have just threw the car in reverse. He knew the whole story, my man, because me and him had a conversation on the phone. He the one told me, well, I was in the room with Brandy and Brandy was trying to get me out the room to come to the party. So I felt that was kind of weird. So she said Brandy was calling me trying to get me out the room to come to the party. Well, you was in the room with Brandy. How's she calling you to try to get you out the room to come to the party? You know what I'm saying? This was going through my mind. But Mace knew the whole situation.
He knows something we don't. This ain't advice. This a warning. The tension was thick. And Gene, he wasn't done yet. Later that same night, he looked dead into the camera, calm as ever, and said, them Harlem boys need to chill before they end up in the same stories they laughing about. Fans started tagging Mace and Cam nonstop, demanding answers. Comment sections turned into battlegrounds. Everyone arguing, throwing theories around like wild. Some swore Gene was just defending the street code, keeping old rules alive. Others, they said he was hinting at something way darker, something moving behind the curtain that nobody's ready to talk about. The question on everyone's mind was simple. Were Mace and Cam scared, or were they bold enough to clap back? At first, though, the Harlem duo played it cool, like it was all just jokes. On the next It Is What It Is episode,
me and Mace had this conversation. Him and Tone is like this. He knew me and Tone jumped in the car and chased after the guy. We couldn't catch him. He wanted to divert the attention from himself because why didn't you tell Big that these dudes was trying to get at you, bruh? You had that conversation with with Puff, but you ain't had that conversation with Big. Big was your label mate. So people come on and talk, why you ain't shoot? Listen to me, bro. At that time, I was young, dumb, and full of cum. Anybody who really knows me know that they ain't gotta worry about nothing if it comes to the point where gunplay has to be a part of my security. I'm not gonna hesitate, because I never bodyguard anybody that I wasn't willing to lay down my life for.
they laughed the whole thing off. Cam grinned and joked, "Man, Gene acting like we in a mob movie." And Maze fired right back, "If we gotta watch our backs for talking, we already famous then." The crowd went crazy. Laughter, claps, all vibes. But online, nobody was laughing. Fans could feel the tension creeping in. Something about this wasn't just banter anymore. It felt like the start of something real and heavy. Gene clearly saw their playful response, and that's when he snapped. He went live again, face tight, voice full of raw frustration. "You Harlem boys always playing," he said. "You think 'cause you on camera can't nothing happen to you? Cameras don't save people. Ask the ones who ain't here no more." The chat froze. Nobody typed a word. It was like the air left the room.
Trying to picture your facial reaction to I just want to go.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
If my security holding me down in Cali, it's somebody, the #1 rapper in the world, get killed. You're talking about just I'm telling you, I just need to want to go home. And the second top artist in the world, which is Mace, about to be number one. Nigga said, that's what I'm saying. I wonder his face because I'm like, if y'all let do that to Big, I don't stand a chance.
Then Gene took it a step further, way deeper. He started talking about the 90s, saying how back then people used to vanish for saying the wrong thing. He hinted that the music industry still holds secrets, dark ones, and that some of those secrets could still get people touched. This ain't just any man talking. Gene Deal's got a history that runs deep. He's the same dude who claims he witnessed things connected to Biggie's death and even says he's still being watched for what he knows. In old interviews, Gene once said, "The truth got bodies attached to it." And that line alone explains why his words always hit different. So when he starts dropping warnings, the entire hip-hop world pays attention. Quick, fans instantly turned into detectives. They started digging up old clips, rewatching interviews, matching timelines.
Now the content creators who went out there and they start running off by their mouth, trying to make airways and trying to make a show. Here go a grown-ass man, Mace and Cameron, made suggestions to Bad Boy Security. These clowns out here was gonna go out there and make videos. When you do stuff like that, you gotta know right now that people look at me as being Bad Boy Security. You gotta be clear. As soon as that drop, you got 5 or 6 niggas out there. Oh, Gene Deal was crying for the blanket. Gene Deal was this, that, and the Gene Deal was this, that, and the third. You already know, Mace.
And connecting dots between Gene's statements and Mace's messy past with Diddy. And let's not forget, Mace's story with Bad Boy runs deep, like decades deep. From shady contracts to missing royalties, from being silenced for years to that dramatic spiritual comeback. It's been one roller coaster after another. Mace has called Diddy out plenty of times, accusing him of using artists and leaving them dry. And now, with Gene stepping back into the conversation, it's like all those old wounds just got ripped wide open again. Except this time, it's not just about business or ego. The vibe feels darker, more dangerous. Even Cameron, who's usually the one turning tension into comedy gold, started looking uneasy. Fans noticed it too. The laughter wasn't as loud. The smiles didn't stretch as wide. You could see the shift in his energy every time someone tagged him under Gene's latest video.
In a hotel with a young lady.
And when you heard this information, what was your next actions?
My next actions, after what?
When you heard Biggie died, did you stay in your hotel room? Did you leave out? Did you want to go back to New York?
I actually was trapped in a hotel.
Now I want to ask a question. What do you mean trapped?
It was about probably like 70 or so bloods in the hallway. I couldn't even leave my room.
How'd you get out?
One of the guys.
Why would it be 70 bloods in your hallway after Biggie Smalls died?
Actually, after Big got killed, they was probably looking for more Bad Boy artists. And I couldn't even leave the room till Gene Deal, the officer had to come get me.
Then came the moment that changed everything. On a later episode, Cam finally addressed it. His tone serious but calm. He said, "We not scared, but we not dumb either. We from Harlem. We know what time it is." That one line said everything. It told the world this wasn't just YouTube drama anymore. This was real tension between the ones who lived through hip-hop's darkest chapters and the ones who joke about it for views. Gene came back swinging with another chilling message. He said, "These new media dudes don't know what kind of doors they opening. They laughing, but them jokes come with curses." That line hit like lightning. Within hours, it spread across blogs, X, Twitter, and YouTube. Not just trending, but haunting people. The whole vibe flipped. This wasn't entertainment anymore. This was energy. At first, folks thought Gene was just trying to stir up beef. But when you listened close, it didn't sound like anger. It sounded like experience, like a man warning others not to play with things they don't understand.
Let me ask you something. I'm gonna get to that. Mace, Mace, one question. When you was riding around Cali with Stevie J, didn't I pull you to the side and say, "What the fuck is you doing in a drop top Benz riding around with Stevie J around Cali?" Did I say that to you? Did I say that to you, Mace? That's some
Suddenly, hip-hop media went crazy. Podcasts breaking down every second of the clip, reaction channels analyzing his tone, and even rappers jumping into the conversation. Some called Gene dramatic, saying he was doing too much, but others swore he was dead on. One influencer even tweeted, "Gene Deal might sound paranoid, but history proves he ain't lying." That tweet went viral fast, because let's be real, deep down everyone knows hip-hop's got a shadow side. From unsolved murders to quiet cover-ups, too many voices went silent after speaking too loud. So when Gene says, "move careful," people don't shrug it off anymore. It's not gossip, it's survival talk. In an industry built on power and secrets, words can still cost lives, and Gene knows that better than most. But what made this moment hit harder was the way he said it. There was something personal, almost haunting in his tone, like he wasn't talking about danger, he was remembering it. Then came the line that froze the whole internet.
These clowns out here was gonna go out there and make videos.
I just want to go home. I just want to be home.
Mace, say names.
Your security crying behind the car. Damn.
People look at me as being bad boy security.
Yeah, this blanket. You're like, what?
Oh, Gene Deal was crying for the blanket. Gene Deal was this, that, and the Gene Deal was this, that, and the third.
What are you there for security?
What you think I'm gonna be doing when you doing all that to Gene Deal? I bet you really don't want to know.
Gene looked dead into the camera and said, "Mace, you know I'm not lying. You was there. You saw what happened when certain people crossed that man." He tried to bury the moment, but it was too late. That single clip flipped the entire vibe. This wasn't some rap beef anymore. This was about survival. The comments started flooding in. People saying, "He's not threatening them. He's reminding them." Others added, "History repeats itself if you don't move right." And that's what made it hit so hard, especially for Maze. See, Mace has been one of the loudest voices calling out Diddy's alleged shady business moves for years. Everyone remembers that fiery interview he did last year, the one where he said he wanted to free the souls of artists trapped in bad contracts. Yeah, that line came back to haunt him, because Gene responded with something so cold it sent shivers through the whole culture. He said, "The people who talk about freeing souls usually end up losing theirs." That line spread across social media like wildfire. It wasn't just a warning. It sounded like a flashback, like real pain from someone who's seen what happens when people talk too much around the wrong crowd. You could feel that he wasn't speaking in theory. He was speaking from experience.
Say, if you gonna say something, be man of motherfucking nothing to name the name. When I tell a motherfucking story, Rhett, I tell it with the name.
Everybody trying to go viral. Everybody trying to go viral. Everybody trying to go viral out here.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Cam tried to play it off like always, cracking jokes, brushing it off on their next episode, but you could see the tension sitting heavy between them. At one point, he laughed and said, "I love Gene, but I don't like when old heads make things sound spooky. We comedians with mics, not gangsters with guns." The audience laughed, but it wasn't the same kind of laugh. It felt nervous, uneasy, like everyone knew something wasn't right. Some fans said Gene was just trying to warn the younger cats, telling them not to play with certain names, because those names still carry power. Others swore he was acting as a messenger, maybe even speaking for someone big who didn't want to get their own hands dirty. One user tweeted, "This sounds like a warning straight from Diddy's camp," while another fired back, "Nah, Gene's protecting them before the game eats them up too." The opinions were split, but the fear was the same, and that's what made it so chilling, because Gene Deal isn't just some gossip blogger chasing clicks. This is a man who's seen real blood, real danger, real loss. He was there when hip-hop's darkest secrets were written in silence and erased in smoke. This ain't the usual celebrity drama that burns out after a week. This is real talk about legacy, power, and silence. Gene's words reminded everyone that behind the laughs, memes, and viral clips, there's a line you don't cross. You don't joke about certain people when those people built empires off secrets that still echo in the shadows. And the craziest part, Gene still hasn't backed down. On his own podcast, he made his stance crystal clear. He said, "They can laugh if they want, but I sleep good knowing I warned them." The same people they joke about still got pulled, and I don't want to see no young brothers become martyrs for clout. That line hit deep. It made everyone stop and think. Maybe Gene wasn't trying to scare them. Maybe he was trying to save them. His tone wasn't rage, it was regret, like a man who's seen what happens when people ignore the warning signs. Either way, the message rang loud and clear. This ain't a game. Those Harlem boys better tread carefully, because when the past comes knocking, it don't always knock twice. After Gene's last message, the internet went full detective again. Old interviews resurfaced, lost footage started trending, and stories from the bad boy days came crawling out of the shadows. So tell me, do you think Gene's protecting them or speaking for someone else? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, share this video, and make sure you subscribe for more wild hip-hop drama the industry doesn't want you to hear.